Alright, hello, it is I, Doc the Oracle, here to bring you a message. And I felt called to do this just now. This is a message for someone who's very deep on their spiritual journey. Oh shit. I thought stuff was gonna flip out automatically. Wow, the cards are speaking already. And this is very parallel to my own experience, so I think I'm gonna be channeling some of my own energy to those who are on a similar frequency of spiritual advancement and seeking, and maybe give you some information from your guides, higher frequencies of light that may offer you some insight and guidance. So we're going to be using my deck, the Conduits Consult here. Butterflies might be significant for you. That could be a sign. So tell me about the message that I need to give this spiritual person. Okay, we're starting off strong. Trust. Okay. This card I made when I was in the midst of homelessness, and it came to me because I was doubting the messages that I was receiving and the information that I was receiving from my guides, because I had a lot of emotional backlog and a lot of distortions regarding my situation because I was in the thick of it. I was literally in the forest, and the forest is one of my cards, and they knew that saying, not being able to see the forest for the trees. I was deep in it, and so I got this deep message: just for the next 24 hours, trust the messages that come through and see what happens, because you're being held back by fear. Fear that you're going to be wrong, fear that you're making it up, fear that it's all in your head. The truth is everything's all in your head, so even like the entire physical reality, so it doesn't even, that doesn't even matter. But, and just trust, like say, fuck it, I'll trust. And see what happens, and if something, and of course, nothing bad happened. The only thing that happened was it built confidence, and I was able to trust the messages more and receive clearer guidance, and it opened me up to a whole new wave of remembrance. So, trust being the first card feels very appropriate. What else can you tell me here? The Scribe. Okay. The Scribe here. Focus, baby, focus. Focus, baby, focus. That might be a message too. You might need to focus. And writing things down can definitely help you focus. I journal a lot. I write poetry. It helps me not only process the emotions about the experiences that I'm having and like let them move through my energetic field and be released, but it also gives me clarity and a kind of a paper trail on my journey of where I've come from and what I've come to learn, and the perspective and wisdom that I've gained from that journey. And also, humans, we don't just learn something once. We often need it kind of hammered into our head on repeat, because there's doubts, there's old limiting beliefs, there's old patterns. So having it written down can help you kind of have like a series of affirmations where it's like you can look back and be like, oh yeah, duh, I do know this. Like when you're not in the same energetic space maybe of when you receive the revelation and it feels kind of murky, you can look back and be like, oh yeah, no, I do know this. That did come to me, and you keep affirming it to yourself and kind of cementing that into your subconscious mind to build that foundation of trust in what you're receiving. Oh, top card. Okay, okay, hold on. We got two here. Okay. Move my hand. We got physical body and sacred space. Yes, your physical body is a sacred space. Your physical body is a sacred space because all of this energy moves. It moves through our energetic bodies, it moves through our emotional body, it moves through our light body, but it ends up in our physical body, like as above, so below. We're the densest. The physical body is the densest body, right? It's the most visceral. It's the one that's here that you don't need necessarily trust. You can touch it. You can perceive it with your senses, because that's where your senses kind of come from. So this might be a message of, okay, I see what they're saying. Keeping your nervous system feeling safe, keeping your nervous system regulated. That dysregulation is what's going to cause you to experience the distortions that cause you to doubt the messages you're receiving. You need to make sure you're taking time to nurture your physical body and move those emotions, because emotions are just energy in motion. Move those emotions through your nervous system and allow them to be released. And you move them through your nervous system by literally physically moving, but also like verbalizing, vocalizing, singing, expressing, opening your throat chakra and expressing, and bringing your awareness to the physical sensations that you're experiencing about them. The physical sensations exist for us to bring our awareness to them, because we are our awareness. Your soul really is just your awareness. It's consciousness. So when you allow yourself, you don't retreat into your mind and repress and dissociate. You allow the uncomfortable sensations to be brought into your field of awareness, and move through, like you coach yourself through the discomfort and say, like, I know this is fear, I know this is discomfort, I don't need to attach to the narrative that is in my head playing about what bad is going to happen if I stay in this feeling. I'm just going to feel the physical sensation and coach myself through it and allow it to be released. And the more that you do that, the easier it is for you to pay attention to those physical sensations and allow them to be released. Okay, can we get something else here? What's going on? Right at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Distortion. Yeah. The more physical emotions you have stuck in your system, the more distortions you're going to experience. And as human beings in this physical plane of existence, we do experience a lot of distortions because that's just the very nature of being here. Like the distortion of separation, the distortion of being separate from love, the distortion from being unlovable, like all these lies, all these illusions can overtake our physical mind and turn into beliefs that we think it's true, that we're unlovable, that we're this, that, but they also live in the subconscious. So you might not even be necessarily aware that you hold these distortions until you're willing to go deep and ask yourself and be truly honest with yourself, bypass your ego and see what the hell is going on in there. And you have to make yourself feel safe enough to do that. Your mind and your body have to feel safe enough to go into those spaces, and you have to trust that you're not going to lose yourself in there or like fuck things up. So it requires a lot of trust, and trust is built on repeatedly doing something and seeing a positive result from it. All right, can we get one more here? I'm gonna shuffle. So we have, yeah, okay, and then we have the King Tree, which in my deck, this represents kind of wisdom. The wisdom that you've gained from your experiences, the lessons that you've learned, the information that you've amassed, the meaning you've assigned to it, and the beliefs you've built upon that. So doing all of these things, processing these emotions and validating yourself and moving them through your body is going to give you more clarity. It's going to give you more of a clear pathway of understanding to what you know to be true about your reality and about yourself. And the more wisdom that you amass, the more that you need to make sure you're clearing out the distortions, because just because you have the wisdom doesn't mean it can't be distorted by your current emotional state. But the wisdom that you gain from it is what guides you forward, because you've learned a lesson and it's changed the way you think about things, and that builds a new foundation of experience, and that attracts new experiences into your reality, into your field, for your soul to continue doing what it wants to do here, what you signed up for. And of course, you never signed up for anything concretely, like it's going to happen this way, this way, this way, because there is a distortion of free will. That's like one of the most paramount distortions. And I say distortion just because anything that is in oneness, unity, and unconditional love and just wholeness is a distortion. It doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. We need some of these to exist in this reality. The ego is very necessary. A healthy ego is necessary because we do need to live under the illusion of separation at some points to have an I, a self, and be a person and live in the narrative that we're creating for ourselves and play the game, basically. But the wisdom that you've gained is going to guide you forward, and having a clear view of that by writing it down and recording yourself or whatever medium you want to use. The scribe doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to write it down. It just means express outwardly in a way that you can observe later and go back to and reaffirm to yourself and build that kind of like a neural pathway, that new neural pathway, because we are physical as well as spiritual. So you need to kind of work on the meat suit as well, because that's kind of like your perception vehicle. I feel pulled to pull one more card. What's the final card here? Action. This is a call to action. This is a call for you to, you know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, you do know what your soul knows what it wants. You might just not be clear on it because of the distortions, because of the emotions, because of the chaos that may be surrounding you. But this is a call to action, and to know and discern within yourself what it is that you desire so that you can begin moving toward it. And not only moving toward it, but pulling it toward you. We don't chase, we attract, right? So if you're manifesting something that you want to happen, you have to know that you want it. You have to know that you desire it. You have to have it in your field. It has to exist in your vibration, in your frequency. That desire exists as something that you emit that draws it toward you, the law of attraction, right? So this is kind of a call to discern what it is that you desire. And on this path, I think, for me anyway, what I often desire, I do desire material things sometimes, I do. I desire healthy relationships, I desire communication, community, and all these things that are nurturing to my soul. But I also desire to go deeper and understand more and gain that spiritual wisdom to have a more complete understanding of the reality that I am ensconced in. And if you're watching this video, I think that's going to resonate with you as well, because anything that isn't the truth doesn't feel like it's worth my time. If it's an illusion, I don't care. I want to know the truth behind it. And sometimes that can be scary. Sometimes that can be unsettling. I've had to go through a lot of, like, fear is an illusion, but it is definitely something that persists in your body, unless you let it move through it. By knowing it's an illusion, it makes it easier, but at the same time, when you're feeling fear, you're like, your body's having a reaction. There's chemicals, there's hormones, your brain is perceiving separately. So it takes a lot of training to be in that space of fear and still have faith. Oh, excuse me, confirmation burp. Faith that this is all part of the process and you're meant to challenge this and move through it, and it does not define you. It is not going to lead to a negative outcome. It is just more the universe throwing you, I don't like to say tests, but checkpoints as to whether the changes you made internally in your soul, in your spirit, in the astral realm, if you're ready to embody them in this realm and confirm that you have changed your mindset, you have changed the way that you think, and you are ready to move on to the next chapter, the next level of understanding. And so it'll send you these checkpoints to see if you're going to react differently than you did in the past, and be brave, which you will, and you are, and you do. And then pass that so-called test, that checkpoint, and have revealed to you an even deeper understanding. This has happened to me many, many times. I've had many of these checkpoints, and after a certain point, I know it's a checkpoint when the situation is unfolding, because the external reality is a reflection of your internal state. It is all like a delayed vibrational projection of what you believe within yourself, being materializing as your physical experience. So I will often know, I'm like, oh, this is a checkpoint because this is uncomfortable and there's some fear here and whatever, and then I know what course of action I have to take. I have to be brave and go against whatever conditioning I had before and move on, so I can prove to the universe that, hey, I've learned this lesson, I'm ready to go to the next point. Wheel of Fortune, check, let's go. So it gets easier to discern when that is happening over time, and you may have had these experiences yourself, and the universe just wants you to know that you're on the right path. Everything is unfolding as it should. If you feel stagnant, it's just calling you to take a rest period, introspect, again, journal, write things down, and kind of sort out. Maybe you've had a lot of experiences in rapid succession that you need to process and catch up with before you have space for your new reality to form around you. So rest assured, everything is going according to plan. You are destined at this point to come to a level of understanding that your soul desired before it incarnated here. It's remembrance, it's knowing. It's not just believing, it's knowing and it's remembering. It's already encoded within you. Your soul already knows all these things. Your human just hasn't. You had to go through the veil of forgetting. And you're going to remember. You're going to remember if you desire to. If you desire to remember, if you're willing to go through these kind of trials to uncover the actual truth of things and live out your most fulfilling, satisfying life, and come into the understanding and remembering of your power, that you are the creator of your reality. You are the creator incarnate. You are a fractal of the one, the whole, the all. Then you're going to do it, because you're the one and the all. Like, of course you're going to do it. You knew you could do it before you came here. Your soul knows. That's why it's pushing you. So rest assured, you're on the right path. You're doing the right thing. Take some time, pour out your feelings, sort out your stuff. Make sure you're moving your physical body and taking care of your physical vessel, treating it as the sacred space that it is. And just know you got this. Your team's behind you. Your guides are behind you. They may be calling you to communicate with them, so you might want to set up an actual sacred space with intention and open yourself up to the quantum field and see what comes through in frequency from your guides, and glean some information from that. But you don't have to. And whatever you do, you're supported. So I hope this message resonated with you, and I hope that I wish you luck on your journey. Honestly, I wish you luck on your journey, and I'm honored to give you this message. Have a good one. Bye.